Daniel 3:26. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High Power, come forth, and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire, and the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors, being gathered together, saw these men, upon whose bodies the fire, listen at this closely, whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head singed. Nothing was burned. Neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. It's the power of the Most High. Through a Mashiach Yahushua. Then Nebuchadnezzar, listen what he said. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who hath sent his angel. Because remember, Mashiach Yahushua at this time is a spirit, an angel, and delivered his servants that trust in him. See? And have changed the king's word, and yielding their bodies, that they might not serve nor worship any idol or any god, except their own power, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Therefore I make a decree that every people, listen at this. That's why you can see that as we go into this, you see these nations, they're going to have a chance to serve the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua. This is what he said, except for Esau. Because they have set themselves up to be the Most High. This is what it says. Therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything amiss against the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces. If anybody speak against the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, he said they shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, an outhouse. Because there is no other power that can deliver after this sort. Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the promise of Babylon. See? Civil exaltation. Right there. Get Matthew 25. Get Matthew the 25th chapter. Matthew 25 and 14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling to a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. The man left. He called his own servants, he delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability. And straightway took his journey. He left. He gave one 5, another 2, another 1. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. So he ended up with 10 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained another 2. So he gained double. Like the one that had 5, he gained double, 10. And the one that had 2 gained double to 4. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. He took the 1, he gave me, that's all you give me is 1, put in the earth and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the power of those servants cometh and reckoned with them. He came back and said, okay, let's see what you did with it. What kind of moves you made. And so, verse 20, and so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents. He had doubled his, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. I have 5 more talents. His power said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy power. He increased. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Power, my power. Thou delivered unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His power said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy power. See? So you've been faithful over a few things, I'll make you ruler over many things. So enter into the joy of thy power. The kingdom of heaven is going to be joy. Remember, there's no more tears, no more sadness. Then he which had received 1 talent came and said, My power, I knew thee that thou art an hard man. So if you know you're a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. So you know you're a hard man. That's the first thing he said, right? And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast thou, that is thine. Here go your 1 talent you gave me, here you go, you can have it back. His power answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, you wicked and lazy servant. He's talking to a lot of Israelites too. Wicked and lazy servants. Thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou ought therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. See? Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which have 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he that hath abundance, let me read it again. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant, the lazy servant, into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, because you ain't working in this vineyard as you should. Even if you had that 1. He's showing that's an example. No matter how many you have that 1, you don't do anything with it, cast you in the outer darkness. So they're going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. That's why if you do this work, as he said, the ones that done the work, the ones that increase, is going to have an opportunity to go into the kingdom of heaven. Those that don't, you want to be lazy and think it's okay to get a Most High an hour, a couple of hours a week. Look out. Look out. Beware. Be very aware. We had a lot of corruptible things that happened also. Look at Nehemiah 5. Nehemiah 5, the 5th chapter. And let's start at verse 14. Moreover, from the time that I was appointed to be their governor in the land of Judah, from the 20th year even unto the 32nd year of Artaxerxes the king, that is 12 years, I and my brethren have not eaten the bread of the governor. But the former governors that had been before me were chargeable unto the people. and had taken of them bread and wine, beside 40 shekels of silver. Yeah, even their servants bear rule over the people. But so did not I, because of the fear of the Most High. See, he didn't do it because of the fear of the Most High. Yeah, also I continue in the work of this wall, neither bought we any land, and all my servants were gathered thither unto the work. Verse 17. Moreover, there were at my table 150 of the Jews and rulers, beside those that came unto us from among the heathen that are about us. You see, I was just showing you that in verse 15, how these former governors that had been before me were chargeable unto the people, and had taken of them bread and wine, took things from them, beside 40 shekels of silver. Yeah, even their servants bear rule over the people. They let their servants bear rule over us. But so did not I, because of the fear of the Most High. See? So Paulus had, fear of the Most High. Look at Mark 15 and 15. Just show you how people can be in power and just operate in the wrong spirit for the people. We just read about him. Look, Mark 15. And this is dealing with the death of Mashiach Yahushua, the crucifixion of him. Mark 15. Let's look at let's start at verse 1. And straightway, this is Mark 15:1. And straightway in the morning, the chief priests held a consultation with the elders and scribes and the whole council, and bound Mashiach Yahushua and carried him away and delivered him to Pilate, wicked Israelites. And Pilate asked him, Art thou the king of the Jews? And he answered and said unto him, Thou sayest it. So he asked him, was he the king of the Jews? He said, Thou sayest it. And the chief priests accused him of many things, but he answered nothing. He didn't say anything. Mashiach Yahushua didn't say anything. And Pilate asked him again, saying, Answerest thou nothing? Behold, how many things they witness against thee. But Mashiach Yahushua yet answered nothing, so that Pilate marveled. Now at the feast he released unto them one prisoner, whomsoever they desired. And there was one named Barabbas. Not Barnabas, he rode with Paul. His name was Barabbas, which lay bound with them that had made insurrection with him, who had committed murder in the insurrection. He was a murderer. And the multitude, crying aloud, began to desire him to do as he had ever done unto them. But Pilate answering, he answered them, saying, Will ye that I release unto you the king of the Jews? For he knew that the chief priests had delivered him for envy. So he recognized the fact of why they had delivered Mashiach Yahushua to him. But the chief priests moved the people that he should rather release Barabbas, the murderer, unto them. And Pilate answered and said again unto them, What will ye then that I shall do unto him whom ye call the King of the Jews. And they cried out again, crucify him. See? It said, crucify him. Then Pilate said unto them, why? What evil hath he done? And they cried out the more exceedingly, crucify him. This crowd of people crying out against him, Yahushua, saying, crucify him. Verse 15, listen at this. And so Pilate, willing to content the people, released Barabbas unto them and delivered a Mashiach Yahushua when he had scourged him, flogged him, to be crucified. That's the Edomites. Remember, we dealt with two Edomites in our lesson tonight. One was Haman, and here go Pilate, the Edomite. Had him flogged. Remember, he said, my hand is clean of this, the death of this man. Had him beaten, all that, man. So that's why we have to be in the spirit and stay strong and don't allow wickedness to come in, because it's there. It's all around us. Look at Ephesians 4:1. It says, I therefore, the prisoner of Mashiach Yahushua, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherein ye are called. See, it's a vocation, a job that all of us have been called into, with all lowliness and meekness, with humility. Lowliness and meekness is humility. With long suffering, suffering long time, forbearing one another in love. We got to forbear one another in love. Enduring, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace amongst ourselves. There is one body and one Spirit, even as ye are called, in one hope of your calling. It's only one body, the body of a Mashiach Yahushua, and one Spirit that we're supposed to be rolling in. It's supposed to be the bond of peace. One Lord, one faith, one baptism. One power and Father of all, the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who is above all, and through all, and in all you all. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Mashiach Yahushua. It's a measure of grace that's given to each one. It's just a matter of where you want your measure to be. You want to be like the little one that got the one talent? And that's all you're going to get, is to be thrown into outer darkness, where it's going to be gnashing of teeth. Wherefore he said, when he ascended up on high, he led captive and gave gifts unto men. Now that he ascended and went to the right hand side of the Most High, Mashiach Yahushua, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. And he gave some apostles, some going to be apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, traveling ministers, and some pastors and teachers, for the perfecting of the saints who are the 12 tribes of Israel, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of a Mashiach Yahushua, edifying the body, teaching the body, bringing them back to the Most High, first and foremost, till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of the Most High, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of the Mashiach Yahushua, that ye henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, tossed this way and that way, wishy-washy, and carried about with every wind of doctrine. That's what's happening right now. You got people that's following every wind of doctrine. You're over here listening over here. You listen over there. That's why when you ask the question, you're confused. Because you listen over here, and they got one answer. Especially these new wave, these new generation Israelites that try and dismiss the things that has been taught formerly. And they wasn't there. Don't know the men. They probably couldn't have handled being under orders. But they can't handle being under orders now. Everybody want to do whatever they want to do. We're going to see how it's going to go down. When they say we're going to march 2 by 2, we're not going to break our ranking. You ain't never marched before. You ain't never did the things that the Most High brought about in doing the things that we had to learn just to get the truth. And go through just to get the truth. It's about an order of respect, people. If you don't want to deal with that, then Most High going to deal with you. And send you into outer darkness. And you come back, we going to be in order. If it's the Most High will. For those that He allowed to make it. Going to be in order. It's going to be order, people. Whether you want it or not. He said that you henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men. See, it's all about the sleight of men. And cunning craftiness. Yeah, they go about to bring things to you that are contrary to the doctrine that we all have learned. Real slick. Whereby they lie in wait to deceive. But speaking the truth in love, many grow up into Him in all things, which is the head, even Mashiach, of the body, from whom the whole body fitly joined together and compacted by that which every joint supplieth, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part, making increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in love. Keep mentioning this. Because we all are needed in this body. You have different members of the body. And if you don't have the eyes, how can you see? You have the ears, how can you hear? We need every part. Your nose, how can you smell? And that's part of how we got to break it down to us. We require a sign. We got to have something tangible. So we got to break it down to us in a tangible form, a carnal form, because we can't really understand spiritual things as a people as a whole. This I say therefore and testify by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk. See, you still brain polluted. That's what he's saying. Stop letting your mind be polluted in the vanity of their mind. See, they walk in the vanity of their mind. You know what that means? Oh, I feel like this way. That's how you know Gentiles, thinkers, even though they call themselves Israelites. Oh, I feel this way. Where's that in the scripture? Oh, I don't know. That's what he said. This I say, therefore, and testify by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, in the name of the anointed Savior, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind. Their minds, the way they think, is worthless. That's what he's saying. Having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of the Most High, through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart, blindness of their mind. And we know why you're in darkness, because the Most High told us in Isaiah 60:2. And you look at it, it's like, wow. Darkness means ignorance. The ignorance of your mind, because you're not, whatever it is that you're missing, you don't desire it. Oh, I'll get it. I'll preach Thaahwam will be on this day or that day. I'll just call in and listen. Isaiah 60:2, or some other leader or someone else elder that's bringing forth this truth. You'll listen in. You hear what I'm saying? Listening in. But listening, you're going to need more than listen. You got to listen to get it, but you got to take notes. Isaiah 60:2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the people, and gross darkness the people. See? Ignorance shall cover the people. That's why I say your mind's been brain polluted. That's why you believe in your own way. Okay, you keep on believing in your own way. How you think. I feel this way. I feel that way. You better feel the way that the scriptures give you validation and feeling, and not just going about your own way. It says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. Gross darkness the people. But the Most High shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee, if you in the spirit with the Most High. So where you going to be? You either going to be in the light or you're going to be in darkness. That's your choice. With that, I say shalom.